Alright guys, here's phase 5, Tuesday's workout. So we're going to start off with landmine deadlifts. So on landmine deadlifts, big thing, the most important thing you can really teach on this thing is where to put the landmine itself. So I'm going to walk in so that the end of the mine is right in line with my ankles. If I can get it there, pretty much everything takes care of itself from there. From that point on, I'm going to drive my hips back, Superman chest, right? Nice strong chest, coming down, a little bit of squat, grab a hold, pick up, put it right back down by my ankles. Big thing you don't want is you don't want people standing back too far. Because they're too far, that puts all the pressure on the back as they lift up, and they're going to have to round to get there. So you just got to keep walking people in, get right in line with those ankles. That's your main job as a coach. Get that thing in line with the ankles. If you get in line with the ankles, again, it'll take care of itself. Drop hips back, strong chest, up, and down. They're going to feel this one a lot in their hamstrings, lower back, and glutes, but you're going to feel a lot in the hamstrings this one. Make sure that you are challenging and we go a little bit heavier each week. From there, we're going to try to mainly focus this month, like the landmine deadlift is important to get stronger on, but our big focus improvement is trying to get a little stronger on our squat. So in this one, we're going to be doing a box squat. Instead of doing a goblet, we're going to do what we call a front rack. So you'll take the dumbbell, and we're going to put it into a front rack position. So a front rack position for me is where it's right up on your shoulders, and then you can just kind of hold it with your hands, and your shoulders holding a lot of the weight. From here, we are going to squat down to a box. That way we can make sure they're getting good depth, and we can work on really getting strong in this position. So this box is technically a little high for me. Turn it down ahead. So from here, I'm going to squat down to that 90-degree position, touch, come back up quickly, right? 1, 2, 3, so forth. We're only doing 4 reps. And again, this one's going to be a 20-second one. So since it is a 20-second one, we're only doing 4 reps. We want to make sure that they're going super heavy. The reason I chose only the 4 rep idea is I want to force people like, oh, I did 4 reps and I still have like 8 seconds left. I can probably go a little heavier. I can go a little heavier. So I said, hey guys, no option. You can only do 4 reps on this one. If you can get your 4 reps in 20 seconds, you need to go just a little bit heavier, okay? So we have to force them to get stronger and actually challenge them, hey, did you get done with your reps in time? Yep, okay, let's just go a little bit heavier on that. Again, they can always add just a little bit of weight to it as well to make it a little bit more challenging. Our modification for that is going to be over here in the wall for people that can't squat to a box. We're just going to do a weighted wall sit. So it's only 20 seconds. We do want them, I say a weighted wall squat sit because if you have a really heavy person, realistically, they probably don't need to add any weight to it. But if you have a light person that's having some knee issues, probably would be worth weighting it a little bit with a medicine ball from the rack, okay? Station number 3. It's going to be pretty new. We haven't done this one in the gym for quite a while. So we're going to grab a hold of our band. We'll probably have a red band and a black band set up here. From here, we do want the handles on this one, makes it a little bit easier. We're going to go in a tall kneeling position. So my tall kneeling position, I want to dig my toes in, squeeze my glutes. This is really important. When you have your toes off, you're not as strong. So when we dig those toes in, we become stronger. Then we're going to start with it with a little bit of tension in that shoulder position. Abs tight, glutes squeeze, and we're pressing. It's only 20 seconds. We want to force that pressure through the core. Each round we'll switch arms. A big thing to think about is a lot of guys are going to try to go crazy on this, right? So don't let them get out too far. What I want them to do is I want them to just go ahead and take the black and the red band, put them together, and make the resistance a little bit heavier here instead of getting so far out there and putting a ton of tension against that band, and then they're like going out there and snaps against this wall, right? So we just want to be under control doing that. You're going to switch arms each time. If you have somebody that has major knee issues, we're just going to do that in a standing position. They can do the same thing here. I probably wouldn't teach that position. I would just give that a recommendation if somebody you know has knee issues. Because if you teach that, you can have some people trying to do standing and some trying to do kneeling. Teach the tall kneeling. You can always walk up to somebody and show them that version. Alright, station number 4 is slider climbers. True conditioning on this one, we're going as fast as you can. Tip for you guys to get inside the sliders, teach them, okay guys, step in the middle of it with your toes on the sliders. That way when we come down, we'll get right in the middle. Then from here, we're just running in place. Nice quick movement, burn up the quads. I would rather not see their hips moving too much. I'd rather just be under control, but really we just want those quads to get exhausted. From there, our modifications is going to be a mountain climber, under control, or cardio climb. We can do running or just control. And the last thing we have today is a TRX Row. So it's only 20 seconds. So because it's only 20 seconds, it means we can be a little bit stronger with our rowing position. So first variation, be here, just pulling abs tight, glute squeeze. Looking right at the top there. Pulling through, nice tall chest. Don't let them round in this one. Don't let them come through. We're working on posture. So you need to have that perfect posture all the time, pulling towards the bottom of the rib cage. Make it harder. Challenge these guys to walk under a little bit and challenge themselves on that row. All right, guys, today's finisher is going to be, week 1's going to be a 4-minute AMRAP, and then the last 3 weeks is going to be a 5-minute AMRAP. So we're going to have burpees, and we're going to have sit-ups. 5 burpees, 10 sit-ups. We'll go through different progressions. We'll just go back and go 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 10. This is actually going to be really taxing on the midline, the core position. They're going to get tired cardiovascular for sure, but the core is going to get really weak. So you got to make sure they're still doing good technique as they go along, not rounding themselves, and making sure that they're not plopping down on the burpees. So for burpees first, when we think about a burpee, it actually is more than just dropping to the ground. There's actually coaching involved in burpees. Make sure you guys get good at coaching people up on burpees. We haven't talked about it a lot, but we probably should start talking about it now. You guys becoming better coaches. So on a burpee, we're going to do 5 reps. We're going to start with a full burpee and work our way up to the incline burpee. So first, we have a full burpee. When somebody goes into a full burpee position, they're actually going to be kicking back into a plank, right? So kicking back into a plank, strong, drop, up, hop, stand tall, right? So what we see a lot is this. Kicking back, fold, right? They just drop, up, like that. That's not a burpee. I mean, it is a burpee, but it's not a quality burpee. We're trying to look for good quality burpees. So again, we'll show that position again, drop down, and just kind of fall down. What we want it to be is coming through, plank, kick, drop. See how I'm strong? Up, hop, go. So quick motions for me. Here, back. They look the same if you're going kind of roughly just looking at people, but when you slow it down, that's 2 different complete movements. One takes core strength and strength, the other one is just bad movement, okay? So try to get better at correcting that. From there, our modification would be a plank burpee, right? So here, kick it back, stand tall. Back, stand tall, right? So the reason we teach the plank burpee is so they can become good at doing the full burpee. So we need that full position. So we have to make sure that that plank burpee and that full burpee become one in transition. From there, please in classes, you have to teach the incline burpee on the medicine ball. Most new people have no idea what you mean when you say, hey, you can do an incline burpee. And they just so you can teach a burpee. So we've got to teach the incline burpee too. Always have a medicine ball available for this. So here, kick back, up, stand tall. Stand tall. But make sure you're teaching that variation every single time as well, okay? So from there, we have sit-ups. Sit-ups we're going to do for 10 reps. So our first variation of a sit-up, we're going to have feet flat to the ground, tall chest, all the way up tall. We're going to do that 10 times. I don't care too much about where the hands go. We are not looking for momentum this time, so I'm not looking for people to throw themselves. We're just looking for good quality movement coming through. From there, the next progression would be having somebody be over in the wall. I'm just going to use this guy as my support. So something to support the feet, so feet in the wall, pushing and allowing you to get a little more stability. Probably don't teach this one, but if you got a really heavy overweight person, you want to probably go over to them and tell them, hey, let's try the hands and knee crunch instead, especially if there's somebody new and they've never seen those variations. But I would probably just teach the first 2 variations because most people, if you teach them hands and knee crunch, they're just going to go to it because it's way easier. But we want to probably just teach the right people that,